Okay, I'm back. It's very echoey in here. I am sitting in one of our bathrooms. Good morning. How are you? It has been, I think, 13 days since I have done a live inside of our community, inside the Smart Woman group. And a lot has happened. It really, truly has. A lot has happened. And the reason why I haven't been here is because I'll just speak for myself actually. Sometimes in life I go through seasons, and we all go through seasons, but I've just gone through a season of making huge decisions about what God is telling me to do. And what I realized in this moment and this grounding with God and the visions that God has given me is that they're not popular. They're not popular to some people. I won't say all people, but I would just say that not everyone has enjoyed the decisions and the choices that I have made in the past 13 days. So I had to choose, or I got to choose, as we know, to really just nestle into my relationship with God and let Him hold me. And what I've realized as we went through Vision to Business, and most of my clients, a lot of them upgraded to another level that they see possible for themselves with inside of my company's organization and the mentorship that they're now willing to receive. As that all unfolded, and as God's just anointing over this entire community, and God's really his blessing on the women that not only have I chosen to work with, but have chosen to work with me, things are getting tighter and stronger. And when things in your life start to get tight and strong, you can really hear God's voice much more clear. You can really hear Him. And maybe this message isn't landing for you at all. You may just want to switch off, because this is definitely a God message this morning, because I've been hanging out with God for 13 days. And when you hang out with God, what you realize, all of the things that you think or that you thought were important aren't. And it has absolutely rocked my world to realize and to see and to have God show me all of the areas of my life that I thought were important and things that I were giving really authority in my life. And here's what I want to tell you this morning. And it's just one message. There's one thing that God's asking you to do. There's many reasons why you're not doing it. And I'm telling you, there's no more time. There's no more time for that. And so my question is, how can I support you in shedding all of the things that you have given authority to, including your limiting beliefs, including your family's opinions of you, including your opinions of you? How can I support you in shedding that? And maybe you're going, oh my gosh. Maybe you're having this moment right now. It's like a pause moment. You're like, oh my gosh, she's speaking right to me. And now she's asking me, like, how can she support me? And the answer that I'm coming up with is, I don't know. How can you support me? And so I'm sorry that I'm really echoey. I'm in a bathroom in my house that has nothing in it yet. We are still filling up this house. But I ask you this question because I know exactly where you're at. And what I have experienced is that when you finally surrender to, okay, God, okay, Lord, here I am ready to shed all of the distraction. I am ready to work for you. I am ready to hire you to be my CEO. Show me what we're doing. It's going to be big. And it is going to be scary. And so it will require support. And you may or may not know this. If you follow me on Instagram, you may know this. If you are close to me, you may know this. If you're one of my clients, you definitely know this. We have opened up a leadership training facility that will be global. It will be international. It will reach nations that people never thought would ever get to hear the word of God, called Lighthouse Leadership. And on a small scale, Lighthouse Leadership is a training facility that will support you in working through all the things that are holding you back, holding you down, keeping you hostage, holding you hostage and keeping you captive to your past. It will free you from your limiting beliefs. It will free you from any lack of confidence that you may have, any desire that you may have to play small. It will support you in all of those. But the intention and why I believe God has given me this vision to open up Lighthouse Leadership is because there's no more time for women like you and me to be sitting in why we aren't and why we can't. There's no more time. And so if you are a woman who is tired of playing small, you are tired of hitting your head against a wall of, but what am I supposed to be doing? What am I supposed to be saying? I don't know what it is. I'm not sure. And you're caught in confusion and overwhelm. You are up against the spirit of confusion. And in Lighthouse Leadership, the only thing that is open for opportunity and possibility is that you become a beacon of hope, a beacon of light, and a beacon of truth, because God is rising up a new nation of women and men. He is calling up a new heart, a new voice to get rid of the spirit of religion, to get right and true in the scriptures, to speak into the truth, to create light, and for us to be the light of the world alongside of him. Because there is no more time. There's no more time for you to be caught in confusion. And so this is where responsibility, the R in responsibility, is so key. You are 100% responsible for the calling that God has placed inside of you. And what's annoying about this to me, if I can just be honest with you, is that this whole you have a calling, you have a purpose. It's like the calling that God has given you, it's become so, it's so washed over. It's become something that just goes in one ear and out the other now. And because of that, we're like, oh yes, everyone has a calling. No, for real. And it's not to be taken lightly. It's not just a book that you pass in Barnes & Noble. This is real. And if you're feeling that calling and that pull, it's likely because, and if it feels so heavy, it's almost giving you anxiety. It probably is giving you anxiety, actually. It's because there's no more time. And so Lighthouse Leadership is officially open. If you are ready to become a steward of the light, to become a beacon of hope for your family and, quite frankly, for the nations, to start to speak your truth, to serve from a servant heart, not for fame and fortune. You guys, I tell my clients when they come into PPI, or they come into Your Coach, or they join my Higher Ticket Lux program, listen, we are not in this for fame and fortune. And I'm not even interested in coaching women who want to be famous, Instagram famous. And I don't even attract that type of a woman. That's not what this is about. This is about doing the work of the kingdom. And the further that you get anchored into your relationship with the Trinity, the more you realize how set apart you are, and that you actually don't even belong to the earth anymore. The more that you release the grips that Satan has on you, and you give your authority to God, and you allow the Spirit to work through you, it's like you're not, I know this may sound crazy, but it's like you're not even here anymore. You're just working for the kingdom. And there's so much peace, and there's so much confirmation, and there's so much authority there. But I promise you, you will never get there allowing the grips and the bondage, and it is you that's allowing it, to harden and formulate around your heart. So if you are feeling anxious, if you are feeling tied down by the ways of the world, if you are finding yourself chasing that next client, chasing that next paycheck, chasing that next, but what will I say? I don't know. You're even caught up on, I don't even know what to go live about. Just hit live. Go live. There's no more time. Time and money and things and possessions and houses and retiring your husband. It doesn't matter. All of your debt, all of your courage, all of your confidence, all of your friends, all of your relationships, all of your everything, none of it matters. It's like this crazy thing. It's all moot when working for the kingdom. And it's the reason why I've taken this time over this last, I think it's been about 13 days since I've been live on here. But the reason why I've taken this time is so that I know when I'm speaking to you that it is going to not be me. And I am so committed to allowing God to work through me that I am pausing and taking those moments in time of reflection so that when I do speak here, I'm completely free from anything of my own agenda. Because if I was on my own agenda, I really want Lighthouse to win. I want it to be a success. But what I've realized through prayer and meditation and stillness and calmness is that Lighthouse isn't mine. Lighthouse is God's, and Lighthouse is the kingdom's, and Lighthouse is the vehicle that will create leaders that will bring light to the world, and not the false light, the true light. So I will be back tomorrow. I love you. If Lighthouse Leadership is something that you want to be a part of, you will know. And just DM me or put it below. The first dates are, for the first section of the training is April 8th, 9th, and 10th. So if this is something that is speaking to your heart right now, you are ready to work for the kingdom. You are ready to enter into another realm. You are ready to shed the bondage of the enemy. You are ready to be confident and powerful and spread truth and light in the world. Then Lighthouse Leadership is absolutely for you. Okay, so I will see you and talk to you tomorrow. If this is for you, just put it below. I love you. Create something extraordinary today.